We're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. Dr. Thomason, roll call.
President Reese, please let the record show we have 4 board members here tonight. Unfortunately, Amy's has to be out of town to take care of her mother who's not doing well.
Thank you. We are going to have a moment of silence followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, we're going to go on to the approval of the agenda. I move that we approve the agenda as it's presented.
Second.
Any questions or comments regarding the agenda? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That motion carries 4-0. We will go on to our superintendent's report. Dr. Thomason?
President Reese, members of the board, we do have some very exciting individuals that we want to recognize tonight. So at this time, I'm going to invite Michelle Reese to help us recognize some of our state champions. Michelle?
Thank you, Dr. Thomason. Board President Reese, members of the board, and members of our community, it's been a very exciting first season for athletics here in Higley, and I'm excited to invite Principal of Higley High School, Alan Fields, up to the front to share a little bit more information.
So we're very excited to be here. It's been an exciting fall at Higley High School. One of the areas that we've really had a lot of success in is our athletic achievements so far this fall. We're lucky enough to have an outstanding athletic director, Mr. Aaron Dilley, our assistant principal. I'm going to invite him up to talk a little bit about the specifics of our achievements.
Thank you, Principal Fields. All right, so it has been an awesome fall. We're hoping that that good vibe continues because winter sports are up and running and games actually start Monday, so that's kind of crazy that we're already going there. But fall sports really set the ball really high. We're going to start with one of our brightest spots in the fall. We're very proud. So Keaton, will you come on down, please? All right. Keaton is making me look really small, but he's a freshman. This is cool. Yes, wow, right? So Keaton Jones, as you can see, the 2019 AIA State Swim and Dive 500 freestyle champion. For those who don't know swim, winning the gold in the 500 free is like legendary. Not only did he win it, though, he also smashed the state record. So he's a state record holder. And when he was finishing, most of the other kids, keep in mind, they are all state level kids too, right? You have to qualify for those finals. Most of them were just making the turn on the last one. So they didn't need to have somebody to see who was close. He was done and turned around and waiting for the second place kid to shake his hand, which he did because he's a good sportsman. So he also did really well in several other events. Keaton's got a super bright future. We're all excited. I'm going to brag a little for him because he's super modest, but Keaton is very likely to be representing Team USA in the Olympics next summer. So let's give it up for Keaton, please. All right. Keaton, you have anything you want to say?
I'd like to thank everybody, and I love representing Higley.
All right, Keaton gets to keep smiling. He does it a lot, so it's photo time. super bright future there. All right, look, I can figure out red and green. I love it. Okay, next up, our men's golf team and Coach Horn. Please come on down, gentlemen. While these gentlemen are walking to the top here, this has been a project that Coach Horn has been working on for several years. He's been working with these young men year-round, truthfully, on establishing this program to be one of the top programs in the state, and this year it finally paid off. They were crowned state champion in Tucson a few weeks ago. They won by several strokes, actually, even though we were sweating it out towards the end, and we made the kid that was coming off the last kind of sweat it out, thinking that a lot was riding on it, but we already had it in the bag. It was good. But it was a great year. They also went to Florida again, where they finished very high in the Honda Classic, which is the top teams in the whole country. And these guys actually embody what we're trying to do here at Higley, and that's go out, play the best, bring that positivity back to Higley, and dominate in Arizona. So let's give it up for the state champions. All right, photo time.
Congratulations, Knights. Tonight, we also get to recognize our points of pride from Power Ranch Elementary School. So I'd like to invite Mr. Chris Reuter up.
Thank you, Michelle. Mrs. Coda, my assistant principal, is joining me. Members of the board, cabinet, community, thank you for coming and sharing this opportunity with us. Mrs. Coda and I greatly look forward to recognizing a few people on our campus. And it is a challenge because Power Ranch is a great place to work and to learn, but we are proud about what we do, and tonight we get to showcase a few of those individuals. So I am going to start, and I have the privilege of calling up Miss Tracy Boyle. So Tracy is one of our special ed teachers. I would also love to have Mr. Keith join me because he helped in the recruitment of Miss Boyle. So for those of you who know, we used to have Desert Choice in the district, and now we hold the behavioral program in-house, and it's the best program. And we were able to convince Tracy to stay at Power Ranch and help begin that program here with Mr. Keith. And she has been instrumental in making that a success. I know that she has supported Mr. Keith a lot. We have some new teachers in the program, some new techs, and she's done a great job with that. But besides that, and way above and beyond that, she has really been instrumental on our campus supporting our gen ed teachers and our resource teachers with the behaviors that we see in our classrooms. And I don't believe we'd be off to such a smooth start if it wasn't for you. I know that there's plenty of teachers on our campus that agree and believe that. And Mr. Keith, I don't know if you want to share.
So Miss Boyle, one of the things that makes it really great is she has great relationships with kids. Sometimes kids, with our particular struggles, sometimes they come to us from all over the district. So she doesn't just help out at Power Ranch. We get calls from other schools where kids have gone back asking for Miss Boyle to come over and help out and to talk with them and help out. So she's done a great job building rapport and is a great asset to us. So we're really grateful to have her. Thank you.
So thank you very much. Tracy is also a Mr. Dilly. I don't know if you have a bowling team, but if you ever want to start one, I know Tracy is a phenomenal bowler. She travels the world or the country, but to do that. And she has a lot of great bowling stories. So if you ever want a good story, Tracy's quite the storyteller.
The next person we would like to recognize is Karen Wilding. Karen is one of our instructional assistants at Power Ranch, and she primarily works with our math interventionists with intervention, doing just small groups with students. But Karen also is instrumental in helping us to plan for the program that we use. So every Wednesday you find Karen working in the copy room and cutting things apart and making sure that the teachers are ready to go and the interventionists are ready to go when their students are getting ready for the next week. So Karen, we appreciate all that you do. And not only does she help with our intervention program, but she also plays piano for our choir. So we have her all over the place, and we truly appreciate all of her talents and skills that she brings to Power Ranch.
And next, if we could have Stephanie Gallagher join us up here. So I promised her this afternoon, I was teasing her the last week or so because she gets embarrassed. So I'm going to keep it short and sweet, but Stephanie is our volunteer. She has 2 beautiful children that come to Power Ranch, and they are fantastic, and they are, you can just tell that that's the type of family that they have at home, and that's what she brings to Power Ranch. You could always see her in our classrooms. She never stops going. She loves being a part of the school. She'll do anything our teachers ask, and that is why you are here today. We greatly appreciate you and respect you and your lovely family. So thank you for being part of our school.
And the last person we would like to recognize is Christian Rietbrock. Christian is one of our 6th grade students, and he's been with us at Power Ranch since 3rd grade. And we've seen him grow and blossom into the young man that he is. And he not only is a fantastic student scholastically, but he is a leader on our campus. He's part of our student council. He participates with our ABLE program buddies, and so he goes into their classroom and reads and does activities with our students in the ABLE program. And we can always count on Christian to just be an overall great kid, volunteer for anything that comes up, and he's just a delight to have on our campus.
So Dr. T asked if you don't mind introducing your families. We'll start with you, handsome. Who'd you bring with you tonight?
My dad, Michael Rietbrock, over there. And my mom, Martha Rietbrock. She's a lunch aide at my school. And Dylan Rietbrock over there, my brother.
Hello, Reebrocks.
I brought my husband, Michael Gallagher, and my 2 Panthers, Mia Gallagher and Kai Gallagher.
And I brought my husband, Greg Wilding.
I brought my foster son, Bentley.
Thank you, Power Ranch. Tonight we get to recognize the students from our early childhood learning centers, and I'd like to bring forward our early childhood director, Ms. Patty Gleason.
Thank you so much, Michelle. And I am Patty Gleason, the director of our preschools, and this is Stacy Utley, my wonderful assistant director. And we are more than excited to share with you our preschool points of pride tonight. And of course, we have 2 schools to take care of tonight. So we're going to start with Cooley, and I need Missy Childs. Missy Childs, come on up. She is one of our Brilliant Beginnings teachers at Cooley, and she actually courted us for a year. And then we finally said, oh my gosh, Missy, you have to come and teach with us. And she's been with us for 2 years now, an amazing early childhood educator. She came with arms wide open and heart so full of love, and she has just taken over one of our Brilliant Beginnings classrooms, and she has about 60 students that she teaches every week. So it's pretty amazing. Missy, you've taken on other responsibilities as well. She's our technology coach at the school and just a mentor for conscious discipline because she's been doing that forever as well. And we are just so grateful to have you.
Our classified staff member is not here because she is in the hospital and she was so excited to get she was one of the few that we've ever had that actually said, okay, I've never had an award like this before. And so she's really bummed not to be here. But hasn't even been with us a full year, and she has just made her impression all over our school. She has turned around our social committee, and I know our teachers out there are nodding from Cooley because she is just amazing. And so now we're left to try to scramble and do something special for her like she is taking care of the rest of us too. So.
And I did forget to say good evening to you, President Reese, members of the governing board, Dr. Thomason, and all the cabinet too. Oh, I didn't want to forget that. You're very important too. All right. Our next volunteer that we're celebrating from Cooley is not here either. She couldn't make it, but Linda Wall is the volunteer, and she is a grandparent of one of our students in a kindergarten prep classroom, a former teacher, and she comes back to help in the classroom. So we're sorry she couldn't make it tonight, but I'm very honored to be celebrating her tonight too. I'll have you take that. And now, a very special presentation, Kyra White. Kyra, come on up. And I would like her teacher as well, Sarah Beinford, to step forward. Oh, that's right. And Missy's student last year. So, Sarah, come on, Kyra, you come in front.
You get to be right in front. Our Kyra is one of our sweetest students. She is the first one to run over whenever anyone is hurt or needs help. She always is right there wanting to help them. And half the time, if I can't find her, I'll look over, and she's the one helping cleaning up something. Or, oh, you dropped this, Miss B. Let me help you. Let me help pick this up. And she's always, if someone is upset or if someone is not sharing, she's the first one to tell them. You get what you get, and what do you say?
Thank you.
Well, she does say thank you. You can't beat it. But she is one of our amazing students, and I know Miss Tunney, who also works with us, both of us, every day. If she is not there, it just ruins our day if Kyra is not there with us. So thank you so much, Kyra, for getting to be with us and share with us every day.
Now, Kyra, who did you bring today? Tell us who's here today.
Mima.
She came from out of town, right, Mima? Yes.
He came from an airplane too.
An airplane. Oh my gosh, I know. I'm glad we gave her a couple weeks to plan. This is good. All right, who else is here?
Mommy.
Yeah. Who else?
Daddy and Patty.
Oh, wonderful.
I brought my husband, as I also have 3 children in the Higley School District, but due to their schedules, they weren't able to be here tonight. So.
Now, would you like us to do Cooley first? Okay.
Instead of, I'm like, I don't know why I'm not.
I know, so good to see you. And now on to Sussman. I need Julie Hancock to come forward, please. She is our certified staff that we're honoring today. Julie is one of our STARS team, so a preschool SPED teacher at our Sussman Center. And Julie, I've known her since I started working at Centennial back in 2009. An amazing, amazing special ed teacher. She has a heart of gold, plans the most incredible lessons for these little ones, and truly, truly is just a joy in the classroom. Always helping not only her students, but so helpful around the center. She also is very beneficial in that helpful heart in organizing several events where we've helped some less fortunate people in our community. So diaper drives, and what's another one that you did? You did another one too. I know, that's okay. Her mind is like, but she's always thinking, pardon? Oh, the House of Refuge as well. Yes, so we've been able to collect a lot of wonderful items for those families through her additional effort. So thank you so much, Julie. You are, an amazing part of our team. Thank you.
I get to introduce Kim Reinking. Come on up. Kim is our classified point of pride and also a SPED para. Yes, well, she's not just your para. Most paras just have to handle all of the whims and wishes of one teacher, but she gets to handle two as the job share. We also instilled a new program with our pet. We have leads now with our paras. So she's also the SPED para lead at Sussman. And she's also somebody who, I just looked at her and I said, do you think some of the SPED paras could? And before I could finish the sentence, it was done. And also, if you need a castle or farmer's market, this is the one to go to because they have the most amazing creative farmer's market in their room. So we're just so grateful to have her. And I just found out, I thought she was with us for like the last 5 years, and she said, no, this is my 3rd year. What? So she's made such an impact that she really feels like she's been here quite a long time, and we're so happy that she's our point of pride. Oh, I get the next one too. Oh yeah, I get this one. This one is, I'd like to call up Alana Metcalf, please. Okay. I feel like I get a really big honor introducing this one. She is our PTO president, and she has a student, but not at Sussman. She has a student at Cooley, but she has made such an impression, not only at Cooley, but also at Sussman, to the point where she was voted as a volunteer there. And keep in mind, what I just said was we have a PTO that's in 2 locations, 2 campuses, simultaneous events all the time, and she approaches every one of them with just the smile. There it is, this big smile everywhere she's at, and we're so grateful for her, and we know she has full-time job and full-time parenting and all those wonderful things, and yet she gives so much to us too, so we're really very grateful and appreciative. So, thank you.
And then last but not least, I need Janae McConville. Come on up, come on up. She is our student from Sussman. Hi, how are you? Come on up here. And I would like her teacher, Miss Crystal, to come on up too, please. And again, I just think it's so important for the teachers to talk about their students because they are the ones that are with them. And this is the other teacher. Yeah, and that's right. These 2 job share. And then Kim is actually the aide for both of them. So how cool is it? It's all about SPED.
Okay. Sure, thank you. Okay, so Janae is just wonderful. Anytime she walks in, she lights up a room. She gives me the most melting hugs. You know, anytime she hugs me, it's just my heart melts and all my worries just disappear. She tells the funniest stories. It's so funny because, you know, we teach SPED and not a lot of the kids talk, but when Janae's in the classroom, it's amazing. Like the language that comes from her is just profound, and it really helps the other kids to come out of their shells too. She initiates, she's just so wonderful, and she helps the other students like sit at circle time. She's like, come here, come sit with me, you know, and she'll want them to sit on her lap. And she just wants to be friends with everybody. So I am really happy Janae gets this award. She totally deserves it, and I wish her the best. So.
Who's here?
Oh, Janae, who are you with today?
Mom and my sisters.
What are your sisters' names?
And Baby Joy and Raglan.
Thank you. This is for you too. And we got a book. We got a couple things. You know what? I'll give.
We've got a lot of stuff.
She's got this.
Oh, you've got a beautiful book.
Thank you. Alana, who do you have here tonight?
My husband, Stephen Metcalf, is here with me.
My husband, Chris, is here. I have 2 kids, but they're at home pretending to do homework.
I have my 2 daughters here who are Higley graduates, and I have my husband and our exchange student, Dom, from Cambodia, who goes to Higley.
meeting will be on Wednesday, December 4th at 5:30 p.m. That is our upcoming events for the rest of the month and early December.
Thank you. We'll go on to board comments. As Mr. Dilly has said, we've had an exciting fall sports season. Lots of games, football going on. It was good to see board members in our community out at the Higley-Williamsfield football game. Bringing both those teams together brings our community together. So anyone else have community events? Ms. Wilson.
I was not here last week or 2 weeks ago when we thanked the community, so I just want to thank the community for their passing the override and the bond change. And then also we did a tour at Higley High this last Friday, and I just want to thank Mr. Fields and his whole staff and how welcoming they were. And it was just so nice to hear from student council and what they're doing with their money and how they want to beautify the school and just make it a really cool campus. And I was just really excited to see all the changes happening at Higley, and I love those tours, honestly. So thank you.
Any other board comments? All right. Any requests to speak to the governing board? Okay, we'll go on. We'll go on to consent agenda. I move that we approve the consent agenda as it is presented.
Second.
Any questions or comments regarding items on the consent agenda? No. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That motion carries 4-0. We do have our action and information items, which is our monthly governing board report for fiscal year 20 for October of 2019. As always, thank you, Mr. Holland, for providing that to us. Anyone have any questions for Mr. Holland? Nope. There you go. All right. Then at this point, we are at our future agenda items. Does anyone have any further future agenda items? Anything to discuss? We do have an update regarding the late starts with the high schools in December, as well as the administrative compensation schedule is going to be presented in December. Then we have more updates coming in January, February regarding Canvas and restorative justice and other topics coming up next year. Anything else? Well, with that said, I move that we adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Have a good evening. Have a happy Thanksgiving.